Hello everyone, I'm Walter Carroll, and today I'm going to be talking to you about a recent new and experimental media project I tried out in the form of reviewing social media and fiction works. I did this through reviewing social media that was used in film and television. So, these past few weeks have been very fun. I've never done something like this before. I did a blog before, so I kind of had a little bit of familiarization with the whole website uploading process, but not in this form. It was really a great moment that I had over these last few weeks to share what I've learned and what I've seen with social media and fictional works. Now, the reason why I chose to go with social media and fictional works is because of the statement I've heard of life imitates art. I think that's very true. In this case, maybe it's more of art imitated life. So have you. I really wanted to get different aspects of the social media use and these forms of literature, or these pieces of works rather. So I looked at the dangers and the misuse, and then kind of the substituting social media for real life, or real life for social media. And the biggest concept I tie this into was Henry Jenkins' concept of participatory culture. Because, in one way, shape, or form, everyone in these films and TV shows I'm about to discuss wanted to participate. So, the first week, I decided to do a review of the movie The Den, which is about a woman named Elizabeth who is working on her thesis for her master's in sociology. She decides that she wants to get on this website called The Den Chat and see if she can, create meaningful conversations with strangers. I thought it was a great idea. Wonderful, perfect use of, in my opinion, perfect use of social media. Try to meet strangers and have conversation with them. Something we feel that we lack nowadays, so why not? In this film, she ends up doing just that, but she gets hacked by some creeps who are part of this ring of people who work for this website, which showcases people being kidnapped, tortured, and killed. People pay to watch this. It's some sort of enjoyment. Actually, at the end of the film, a man is watching it and his son walks in. He has to click out of it really quickly and the screen goes black. So, as I said before, her computer gets hacked, and once her computer is hacked, this is what goes into the dangers of social media from the privacy aspect. Her computer gets hacked, and once that happens, now these people are able to figure out everything about her. In fact, she's actually having sex with her boyfriend one night, and they turn on the webcam and start recording that, and then end up sending it to the chair of her grant. All the members on that team see this video, and she loses her grant for the project. So if that's not bad enough, she ends up, her best friend, boyfriend, and her sister are all attacked in some way by these men who are trying to hurt Elizabeth. Her sister is pregnant and a single expected mother, and they go out to attack her. Luckily, they don't actually do anything to her besides tie her up and threaten her, and then walk away because the police get there. So her life was saved, but her best friend, because they had access to Elizabeth's stuff, they sent her a message and tricked her into coming somewhere, and they slit her wrist and put her in a bathtub to make it look like it was a suicide. They also ended up kidnapping another one of her really good friends, and then they kidnapped her boyfriend. They went so far as to clearing out the boyfriend's apartment completely, left his laptop as a tease to Elizabeth, and then kidnapped him and ended up killing him. This all had to do with an issue of privacy and social media and her computer not being secure, so they were able to hack in and do all this stuff to her. Eventually they get to Elizabeth and they kidnapped her, take her to some place. She almost escapes, but they hit her with a car and end up killing her too. It was really sad and it was hard to watch, but it ties into the project. It goes into the dangers of social media especially when it comes to privacy. The following week, I did a review on a South Park episode titled "You Have Zero Friends." It followed a kid named Kip Drudy, who was a loner. No one liked him. I guess he was considered weird to all the other kids, and he had just that, zero friends. So he's on Facebook, and one kid who actually felt sorry for him decided to become friends with him. They become best friends, or they become Facebook friends, and Kip Drudy took that as now they are best friends through Facebook. He never wanted to see him in real life. It's just he was so happy to have that Facebook friend. That one. He took the computer to the movies once and took pictures of, the Facebook friend on the screen, and this is what made him feel good about himself. And the issue I saw there was people putting too much into these fake friendships. I have about 127 friends on Facebook. I think that's what I had the last time I checked. And I don't consider these people to be my actual friends. I consider them as acquaintances. My actual friends in real life, I have less than 10 people I consider friends, real friends. With Facebook, there's the generic happy birthdays, the generic concerns. A lot of people do care about people and do have these deep connections, but I've never took Facebook to be more than what it is, just a way to stay connected with people. Not necessarily have a full-on connection, but be connected. Which brings me into the next film, which was called Nerve. It's a social media site and a film that people can choose to be a player or a watcher. You have to pay to watch, and you get paid to play. You follow these dares, and the dares can be anything silly from kissing a stranger or going into a clothing store and stealing the clothes, or there's really dangerous parts of the film where there are two people on a motorcycle, the two main characters, Ian and B. Ian was told he had to drive his motorcycle blindfolded up to 60 miles per hour, which, if anyone knows, even 1 mile per hour is very dangerous on a motorcycle. And so someone put a sticker on his helmet so he couldn't see. He was technically blindfolded, and V had to be his eyes for the road. They ended up making it. Luckily, they almost had a few incidents, but this was all done for social media. She also has a friend who does things for social media, likes and comments on the same platform. He does dangerous, silly things. The friend was dared to walk across a ladder from a New York apartment building to another New York apartment building, window to window, and I wanted to say that was about 20 to 30 stories high, and she actually got halfway through, dropped her cell phone, and almost fell herself before she had to go ahead and cancel it and go back. She lost money from that, because if you don't follow through the dare, you lose money. But I just didn't see the point in risking your life for something as trivial or stupid as this. It didn't make any sense, but there are people who do things in real life for these likes and comments, and just to get noticed. They do these fake prank videos and whatnot, just that way they can get some sort of attention. And I just don't see the point in that. To have your regular friends, do normal things. There's no reason to put your life online for social media. It's just not worth it. Then for my final upload, I did 2 TV shows. One, they're both by Ryan Murphy. One is called Scream Queens, and the other one's called American Horror Story, and this one was season 5, which is titled Hotel. Scream Queens, you see Ariana Grande's character, Chanel number 2, who gets attacked by the villain, the Red Devil, and they communicate through texting. He's actually right there in her face, but he's not speaking. He texts her, and she responds back. She's kind of trying to get a little flirty with him, whatnot. Then he pulls a knife out and stabs her. And instead of her yelling for her friends who are downstairs, she decides to take her phone and text him, "Please stop, please stop, please stop." She doesn't call the police, nothing. She just is trying to fight for her life. She eventually gets on the floor and gets to her laptop and goes on Facebook to update her status, saying that she's being attacked by the Red Devil, someone please help. Again, her friends are downstairs in the house. She could have easily screamed out to them. So this was my review on the misuse of social media. Calling for help in certain situations, I can understand. You might not have a phone. You might not be somewhere where you can really talk on the phone, so you use social media instead. But when you have people right downstairs and you have a cell phone and you can just scream out loud, I think that was just a joke towards social media. So which brings in last one, which was American Horror Story Hotel, where we follow the story of a ghost named Sally. This hotel's haunted, and people who go there don't always check out. Sally and other ghosts kill people. Sally wanted someone to love her, so she would kill those who she thought she could have a possible relationship with. Eventually, she was confronted by the hotel manager, who was kind of a friend of hers, a frenemy, if you will, and she gave her a way out because Sally's trapped in the hotel, her soul. So she gave her a cell phone that's loaded with all different types of social media platforms. The number one that she used was Twitter. She used that and she found an avenue out. She found people who loved her for her, and that's all she wanted was attention. So this was more of a happy ending. Social media turned out to be a good thing for her, but I still don't think people should have to use social media as a way for love, attention, and so forth. I think people should be able to have regular, meaningful relationships with real life individuals, not these fake likes, comments, and shares again. So with that being said, this project was really fun. It was. I've never done anything like it before. I think I may have mentioned how I had some experience with uploading things to a website before, but nothing like this. So I look forward to doing more of these in the future, touch more on the non-fictional and real life, still keep that fictional opinion. I think, honestly, this is probably the most fun project I had in my entire 4 years of school. So I look forward to what I will continue to learn from this type of work. And I just want to say, if you're using social media for means that aren't exactly the healthiest, I just challenge you to try to find different outlooks or different avenues in order to fulfill your social needs. And that being said, thank you for your time, and you have a great day.